You believe you are the author of your decisions. A thought appears, you consider your options, and then you choose. It feels obvious. But what if the feeling of choosing is not the beginning of the process? What if consciousness sometimes arrives late to a decision already forming beneath the surface? Neuroscience has spent decades investigating this unsettling possibility. In famous experiments associated with Benjamin Libet, measurable brain activity related to movement appeared before participants reported becoming consciously aware of their intention to move. Later research complicated the interpretation of these findings, and they do not prove that free will is an illusion. But they expose something disturbing: the conscious mind may have less direct access to the origins of its own behavior than intuition suggests. Your brain is constantly processing information outside awareness. Memories alter preferences. Hormones influence motivation. Previous rewards shape expectations. Emotional associations assign value before you can explain why something feels attractive or dangerous. Then consciousness receives the result and constructs a coherent narrative. You say, "I chose this because it made sense." But perhaps the explanation is sometimes a reconstruction rather than a transcript. This is where dark psychology becomes uncomfortable. If people do not fully understand why they make decisions, influence does not always need to attack conscious reasoning. It can modify the environment surrounding the decision. Repetition creates familiarity. Social proof changes perceived value. Fear narrows attention. Scarcity increases urgency. Framing alters which possibilities feel natural. None of these mechanisms transforms a human being into a puppet, but they can change probabilities while preserving the subjective feeling of independence. That distinction matters. The most effective influence may be the influence you never experience as influence. Yet there is another side to this story. Unconscious processing does not necessarily eliminate agency. Your unconscious brain is still part of you. Years of learning, habits, values, and previous conscious decisions can shape the machinery that later operates automatically. Free will may therefore be less like a king issuing commands and more like a government distributed across competing neural systems. Consciousness may not control every event, but it can reflect, inhibit, plan, and gradually redesign habits. Perhaps freedom is not the ability to create decisions from nothing. Perhaps it is the capacity to examine the forces shaping you and deliberately change some of them. The frightening question is not whether every choice is predetermined. Science has not settled that. The frightening question is how many choices you defend as completely rational without knowing the hidden machinery that produced them. Every preference has a history. Every impulse has causes. Every decision emerges from a brain carrying genetics, memories, expectations, culture, and scars. You may still be choosing. But the person doing the choosing is far deeper, older, and stranger than the voice inside your head.